Hi, this is Craig Klein. I'm the president of Sales Nexus, and I wanted to tell you about a new service that we're offering through our Sales Nexus contact management system. It's called Mail It For Me, and I think you're really going to like it. Basically, today, your salespeople are printing sales letters like this on their own printer. Maybe they're doing it from home, maybe they're doing it in the office, but one way or the other, I can tell you one thing for sure. Salespeople aren't that good at that. So you're messing around with printers, and then you're folding up letters, and then you're putting them in envelopes, and then you're making mailing labels to put on the envelopes, and then you're messing around with postage and stamps and going to the post office and so on. And that's your salespeople doing that. They got better things to do. They should be out selling. With Mail It For Me, now in Sales Nexus, your salesperson can select a letter to send, and immediately a request is sent to our sales or a literature fulfillment partner in St. Louis, Sales Contacts Inc., and they mail it for you. Salesperson never has to touch a stamp or an envelope or a piece of paper. They just hit a button. And here's what comes out on the other end. This is a letter that was produced by Sales Contacts Inc. via the Mail It For Me service. Here's the envelope. You can see nice label, or I'm sorry, mailing address printed on the envelope. So it looks good. And the letter itself is printed in color. So your logo and any other things that you want to stand out in that letter show up real nice. It's all printed in color. Here's something else that's sent through Mail It For Me with Sales Contacts Inc. and Sales Nexus. This is a package that a client sends out as a marketing piece to potential prospects. Okay, it comes in a nice envelope like this. You see the labels on there, the postage is affixed, etc., return address, and inside there's all sorts of things, all of his marketing collateral. But most importantly, a nice looking letter. And notice that it's actually signed. Okay, that's something else that can be arranged. But it's a nice looking letter. Also included are brochures that he likes his potential clients to have in their hands. And then in addition, something neat that he likes to do, inside this same package, he sends them a little piece of or a little stick of chapstick. Okay, that's just the way he markets. But what's great about that is when he needs to send something like that to a prospect, he just goes into Sales Nexus, selects the prospect, and selects the letter that he wants to send. I'll show you that again. And hits a button, and Sales Contacts Inc. takes care of the rest. They have the brochures in their inventory, and they put them in the envelope. They put the postage and the mailing label, etc. Of course, all this includes the mail merge capability that Sales Nexus has built into it. And the best thing about all this is it's very affordable. It's only $1.50 per piece for a letter like I showed you a minute ago. Now, if you want to start adding collateral in and have special requirements, that can all be done. It may change the price. The price may come down based on volume. If you're doing 500 pieces or more a month within your company, then your price is probably going to be less than $1.50. But I can tell you one thing for sure. I'd much rather pay $1.50 than have my salesperson sit there wasting 30 minutes printing out a letter and stuff in envelopes. I'm sure you would too. So now what I'm going to do is show you how it actually works within the Sales Nexus system.
Okay, so in Sales Nexus, in the Sales Nexus online contact management system, you would go in and look up the prospect or client or list of prospects or clients that you want to send something to. Like I'm going to look up all of my prospects in the database, and that returns me a list here, and I'll scroll down and find the guy I'm looking for. Let's see, there's John Smith. Click on his record. And so if I want to send him a sales letter right now, I would click on the Letters tab. There's all of my templates that I've previously created. course, on the Sales Nexus support site, you can get information about how to create mail merge templates for letters and emails. But once you've created one, I'll just select my trade show thank you letter, right-click on it, and hit Open. And this is a mail merge letter, so what you're going to see is that the address and contact information will already be filled out for John Smith that I selected there. Another thing to note is the template can include your logo and so on. So the letter itself can be totally self-contained so that when it's printed out, it looks like your letterhead. What you see here is John Smith's address, Dear John, and then here's my signature information. If you wanted to, you can even include an actual image of your actual signature, which you can scan. We can help you scan in real high res. Anyway, so normally you would hit press to prepare and then print the letter on your printer, which we talked about earlier, big waste of your salespeople's time. With Mail It For Me, I click the Mail It For Me button right here, and it gives me a confirmation screen. I confirm, and boom. That request was just sent to Sales Contacts, Inc., and I am done. John's getting a letter in a couple of days. The letter will be mailed today, and I can move on with my life and start selling something to somebody else. What's even neater about this is I could go in here. If you noticed, I had looked up all my prospects. That gave me 88 people from my database, okay? So what if I wanted to send all 88 of those people a letter? I hit current lookup here, and then say Mail It For Me again, confirm, and bada bing, bada boom. Now, Sales Contacts, Inc. in St. Louis gets a request to send 88 letters. They get all the contact information and this letter information to create those letters for you and mail them out just like we looked at earlier. All the specifications of the kind of printer, the type of envelope, the kind of paper, the type of envelope, the things that you would like to have included with the letter. That's all up to you, and you can specify those specifications with Sales Contacts, Inc. If you don't talk to them beforehand, we'll use what's called the Sales Nexus Standard Printing Procedure, which is basically a white letter. We print the letter in color. The envelope has the mailing label printed on the envelope. It's not a label. The address is printed on the envelope, and then postage is metered. So it's real simple, and it's only $1.50. Much wiser investment of your funds as opposed to your salesperson wasting their time messing around with printers and stamps and so on. I really think you're going to love this service, and I hope that you'll try it out. In fact, in the Mail It For Me interface in your Sales Nexus database, right here you can click Send It To Me, and that will send a letter to you so that you can check it out. You'll get a letter in the mail, mailed to you by Sales Contacts, Inc., so you can see what it looks like before you ever send it to your clients. So try that out. We hope we hear from you. We hope you'll try it out. Thanks a lot.